guys, Holly here. I've got a couple tips for you about carb cutting. If you've ever cut carbs from your diet, you know that bread and pasta are among the various things that you're not allowed to have. So I've got some really cool noodles here. They're called shirataki noodles. Basically for the entire bag they've got 6 grams of carbs and only 40 calories. I've heard of a lot of people using these and talking about how disgusting they are, so I've got the tips for you to make them taste delicious. The number one thing is you have to rinse them and rinse them very well. They come out of the bag with kind of like a fishy smell with the preservatives. They keep them fresh, and you definitely want to rinse that off. The cool thing about these is after you rinse them, they don't really have much flavor on their own, so they will absorb any flavor that you use perfectly. You rinse them, let them dry, or you can even pat them dry with a paper towel, and then you pan saute them with an olive oil, any kind of healthy oil, seasonings, and any meat you want. I'm going to pause here, get them in the pan, and show you kind of how I throw them together for a pasta dish. Alright, so here they are in the pan. I didn't drain these as well as I should have. So if you don't drain them really well with the paper towel, you're going to need to give it a couple extra minutes for all that water to cook out, because you want it to be a sear, a true pan sear with the oil and stuff, and that helps with the flavor. One thing that's awesome to use is fresh herbs. This is fresh basil from my basil plant, and that really gives it a good flavor. I've got probably 10 different recipes on my site and on my Facebook page with different versions of, you know, what kind of protein I added in this, what kind of seasonings I did, and it's really endless. So I'll send a link for you guys to see that if you want specific recipes, but I just wanted to show you the basics of these and how they can save you a ton of carbs. If I were going to eat this whole thing, I'm making 2 servings, but even if I wanted to eat this whole thing, it would only be 12 grams of carbs. So this is a really good way to get a nice, satisfying meal and not totally ruin your goals of cutting out carbs. So check out the link for the specific recipes. You guys can add any kind of meat, different sauces, and definitely check these out if you're cutting carbs and trying to save some calories.